What if I told you there's a passenger vehicle that hits speeds faster than a taking-off airplane? And it does it all without ever touching the ground. This isn't science fiction. This is the Shanghai Maglev, the fastest train on Earth. And this feat of engineering is exactly what our channel, Wonders and Extremes, is all about. But this train's story is a puzzle. So, how does it actually work? Why did they build something so expensive and complex? And what is the one huge, surprising downside that prevented this technology from taking over the world? We're answering all of that today. First, let's get our heads around the basics. The Shanghai Maglev covers a 30-kilometer track between Pudong Airport and the city. And here's a fact that will save you time. That 30-kilometer journey? It takes just over 7 minutes. By car or metro, the same trip could take you close to an hour. And here's the number everyone wants. Top speed. 431 kilometers per hour or 267 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, it's faster than a Ferrari F8 Tributo at full throttle. And yes, it's even faster than a commercial airplane during takeoff. But the wildest part? This train never touches the rails. It floats. So, it's incredibly fast and it floats. But to understand why this is such a miracle, you need to see the insane physics that makes it possible, which is actually the simplest part of the whole story. Here's where it gets beautiful in its simplicity. The Maglev uses electromagnetic force. There are no engines on the train. Instead, the track itself is the engine. It works with two key elements. 1. Levitation. Powerful electromagnets lift the entire train about 1 centimeter off the guideway. No wheels, no physical contact. It's literally flying. 2. Propulsion. A linear motor in the track creates a moving magnetic field that pulls the train forward. There's no shaking, no engine roar, just a soft whoosh as it accelerates to 300 kilometers per hour in under 2 minutes. So, the physics is brilliant. But this train isn't just about science. It was built to send a message to the entire world. And the story of why is where things get really fascinating. When this train launched in 2004, it was an earthquake in the world of engineering. China went from having almost no high-speed rail to having the fastest train in the world, literally overnight. The goal wasn't just to solve a traffic problem. It was to show the world that China could not just compete, but completely leapfrog everyone else in mega-project engineering. The challenges were insane. Astronomical cost, wildly complex technology, and total global skepticism. But they pushed through. It was a monumental success, a symbol of the future, which makes its reality today the biggest surprise of all. And the answer to our first question, what's the downside? Now, let's look at the extreme facts that also became its limits. To achieve this speed, it needs insane power. At top speed, it consumes enough electricity to power a small city of 50,000 homes. All this tech came with an extreme price tag. The project cost $1.2 billion. That's $40 million for every single kilometer of track. And this is the ultimate mind-blowing fact. It's so smooth that at 431 kilometers per hour, you can balance a coin on its edge on the windowsill. This is why the Shanghai Maglev is a glorious paradox. It is both a triumph and a lesson. It was the ultimate proof of concept, a masterpiece of engineering that was perhaps too extreme for its own good. That's why, despite being the fastest train on Earth, its track is forever stuck at just 30 kilometers long. But here's the deeper truth behind that 30-kilometer limitation, and this part is rarely talked about. The Shanghai Maglev was never designed to cross an entire country. It wasn't built to replace airplanes or trains. It was built to show what was possible when cost, complexity, and practicality were not part of the calculation. In the early 2000s, China faced a pivotal choice: build a futuristic system that could reach unimaginable speeds, or build something that could scale across thousands of cities and millions of passengers. High-speed rail won that battle, not because it was faster, but because it was cheaper, simpler, and far easier to maintain. So the Maglev stayed exactly where it started: a short, blazing, fast sprint between the airport and the city, a living prototype. A glimpse of the future wrapped inside the limitations of the present. But here's the twist: the story isn't over. 20 years later, countries around the world are revisiting the idea the Shanghai Line introduced. Japan is building a next-generation superconducting maglev capable of 505 kilometers per hour, cutting city-to-city travel times in half. Germany is redesigning lightweight guideways to reduce cost dramatically. And China itself is now testing prototypes designed to push beyond 600 kilometers per hour, trains so fast they could replace airplanes on most domestic routes. So maybe the Shanghai Maglev wasn't too extreme for its own good. Maybe it was simply ahead of its time, a first chapter, waiting for the world to catch up. If you're amazed by the limits humans can achieve, you're in the right place. Help us grow our new community of explorers. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. We've just scratched the surface. Thanks for watching Wonders and Extremes.